So what's the program?
The program is the process of learning the chapter and then getting ready for the test. You start with day 1, which is you browse and scan the chapter. Days 2 through 4, you carefully read each section and then you carefully take notes on it.
Days 3 through 5, you remind and tag your notes so that you know your knowledge and you're prepared for the test.
And then you repeat it all over again after taking the test.
Yep. Let's go to the library to learn more.
This side, in the section of Sub-Saharan Africa, there are books regarding this region. And here's the book you're most familiar with, Traditions and Encounters. But be careful because some kids have claimed they've time traveled reading it.
Hey, maybe we should put this book back with the others.
I kind of want to read about China though. But what about Oceania? You can't forget that.
And India.
China. But Oceania.
Sub-Saharan Africa.
India.
Where in the world am I? What's this? So I guess I'm in Sub-Saharan Africa to 600 BCE. So archaeologists have found burial sites made by the Neanderthal people that was to honor the memory of the dead. So they recognized that there was an afterlife. On the other hand, Homo sapiens, they made Venus figurines and cave paintings, in which the Venus figurines, they were sculptures of women that features were emphasized. Last but not least, the Neolithic religion reflected the interest in fertility, which makes sense with the Venus figurines, but more specifically, what governed the agriculture societies: growth, death, and regeneration.
Come to the left.
Where am I? Southwest Asia, from starting history to 600 BCE. Perfect. Let's see, we have places with a social class system, primarily stratified, with kingdoms on top. Okay. Patriarchal polytheistic societies also were here, meaning men on top with multiple gods, except for Egypt during this time, who had a female ruler. Let's see, we also have something started by the Sumerians called cuneiform. Little weird, lines that made words. Might as well just be Chinese. Later they got alphabet from the Phoenicians. That makes sense. Wow. Well, might as well just get out of here.
Whoa, where am I? What's that over there? I'm in India during 600 BCE to 600 CE. Hey, it's talking about Buddhism that appealed to a lot of people because it didn't require strict asceticism, easier to reach salvation than Jainism. Buddhist monasteries also became main parts of Indian society, like banks. Mahayana Buddhism developed, which brought popularity to faith. It had 3 main changes from original Buddhism. The first was that it considered the Buddha as divine. The second was that bodhisattvas, enlightened beings, had reached spiritual perfection and were able to get nirvana, but stayed behind to help others reach nirvana. And the third was that Buddhist monasteries started to accept gifts from wealthy people, which allowed them to reach salvation without doing anything. Hinduism started to get less of a following because it was harder to reach salvation than Buddhism, which prompted Hindu leaders to change the doctrine and make it easier to reach salvation than before. And the Bhagavad Gita was created, which allowed for lay classes to reach salvation easier, and which prompted more of a following of Hinduism than Buddhism in the long run. What's that over there? That's my way out of here!
What am I doing over here? Where am I? Where's everyone? Wait, what's that over there? Why is paper here? Whoa, you guys, I'm in Oceania, 600 BC to 600 CE. Apparently, Austronesians are over here somewhere, and they migrated from the Pacific Islands. They brought agriculture to New Guinea, moved to Polynesia, and Micronesia. Whoa, that's awesome. They also use canoes with twin hulls. Do we have that? I don't think so. And the earliest people were Lapita. Wait, but how do I get back? Wait, there's a book over there. Why Whoa! What the heck is going on? Huh? What's this? China in 600 to 1450 CE? Oh hey, Neo-Confucianism. I know about that from WHAP. So Neo-Confucianism was pretty much Buddhist thought and Confucian morals. It exemplified the emperor's role, so they tended to use it a lot to justify their high power. Zhu Xi was the guy who pretty much enforced this idea, and the people thought it was cool, so they stuck with it. He even wrote a thing called Family Rituals that taught a lot about the roles and how to do them properly and such. But there's more! Let's not forget about ancestor veneration. Ancestor veneration has always been in China since it started. It was the concept that your ancestors watch over you after they have died, and doing good stuff will probably get you good luck from them. If you were sinful, well then, tough luck. Oh hey, is that the book?
Where's the scroll?
Oh, I found the scroll.
Let's see, where are we? We are in Western Europe between 600 and 1450 CE. Apparently there was a rediscovery of Aristotle's works, which influenced philosophy in Western Europe as well as in West Asia.
Roman Catholic and Orthodox Christian scholars also started to talk and connect about Aristotle's philosophies.
There's also a belief that there are 7 sacraments started by the church to bring blessings.
Saints were also devoted to, like the Virgin Mary, who is the Christian ideal of womanhood. Now, where's that book to get out of here? Oh,
Whoa. What are you guys doing here? I don't know, but there's a scroll right there. Oh. So we're in the Americas from 1450 to 1750 CE. Huh. They had mestizo societies at this point, right?
Yeah.
And they were all from the Spanish and Portuguese migrants that got into relationships with the native women. Wait, let me see it. Apparently Christianity became very popular during this time as they embraced the Virgin of Guadalupe.
Hold on, let me see this. The Virgin of Guadalupe gained the reputation for working miracles for individuals, and with her darker native complexion, she symbolized the Mexican faith and promised salvation.
That's
Hey,
probably
wait.
why you like it. There's the book.
hey, there's everyone. Wait, where are we?
Huh? Oh, there's a scroll. Huh? Seems like we're in Southeast Asia. 1450 to 1750 CE.
Islam spread to Southeast Asia by Sufi missionaries as a form of syncretic religion.
Some islands retained their local religions.
Some islands, like the Philippines, were conquered by Europeans who forced Christianity on the people they encountered here.
Some syncretic forms of Christianity have developed as well. Huh.
Now, where's that book?
Got it?
What are you doing? There's so much more to see.
Oh, nothing.
We're just gonna put it back.
Oh, that was a fun trip.
Yeah, it was.
Now we're prepared for the AP test.
Just a jump to the left. With your hands on your hips.